my shirt. Look at this. I am not getting rid of this shirt. I will never ever I mean, it'll have to fall off of me before I get rid of this shirt. I've had it almost 30 years. Bought it when my daughter Sammy was just an infant. It's a Hannah Swedish company. I don't know if they're still in business, but they made the most delicious cotton stuff ever. And it's like butter. It is so soft. And I refuse to get rid of it. I just won't. So I'll hide it. I'll hide it. There. Yeah. Kind of, sort of. Anyway. Here, I'll do this. There. Now you can't see my brush. I love it. It's just really soft. So tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Big whoopee-doo. But I thought maybe... What I got under my nail? I've been wanting to try this for a while. I chipped it. Chipped my nail. Oh well. I wanted to try to make charms out of candy. And I looked for, you know, the little hearts. What are they called? You know, the hearts that have the stupid little sayings on them. And all I could find were just big packages of like 6 or 8 boxes. No thank you. I just wanted one little box. So as a substitute, I found these. They are the SweetTart kind of candy, you know, a sour candy. And they're a little bigger, and but they're pretty and kind of nice colors, and they have goofy designs on them. And I did this. I made these, and the first batch, I'll show you all this tomorrow. The first batch came out okay. I needed a way to... What these are, it's a compressed, powdered candy. It's compressed in a mold somehow. And that's how they get the little goofy little sayings in there. And then it's either coated or something. I don't know, but it's got a real thin, sugary topping, or maybe it's just from the compression. I don't know, but it wears very quickly. So you put anything wet on it, it just disappears. The saying just melts away like real quick. And so I thought maybe I could find a way to make that less of a problem. But the first thing I wanted to do was, the first thing you have to do, this works fine, is you need to drill a hole. This is actually not a very good drill for this. This is a spinny drill. You push it and it spins, and little teeny tiny drill bit, super tiny, but it's just big enough to handle a head pin. So instead of, I drilled some and it worked out fine, but then I realized if I just spun the candy, get a little bit closer, if I put the drill bit right in the center of that heart and just spun the candy or spun the bit, it will drill down into the candy. And you want to go maybe 1/8 of an inch, or just deep enough that the head pin has some bite to it to stay there. You could find a hand drill. I saw it at Michael's. I was at Michael's a couple weeks ago. And the tools, the jewelry tools, they had a hand drill. I almost bought it and then I didn't. I should have. See if that's deep enough. Probably not. Every once in a while I gotta clear your drill out. But I'm sure it would work even better than this. Okay. And it's coming out. hard time staying twisted. So you drill little bitty holes in the top of your candy. Let me try this one. Do one more here. Just keep spinning and spinning. Make sure it's tight. Spin some more. And when you get them all drilled, I'll finish this one off camera. Little holes in there, see? You want to take a head pin. Whoops. Dropping my stuff. It's just a piece of wire or a head pin. Make sure it fits in there, and it does. Fits in there beautifully. Perfectly. Perfectly. This one could be a little deeper. I'll mess with that later. And you want to use a really good glue. This you could use GS Hypo Cement, would probably work really well. I didn't have any. All I could find was this super glue, Gorilla super glue. But it worked really well, and I used some poster tack. You know, that sticky clay stuff you can find everywhere. And I put the candy and the poster tack like this. Stick it in there real good. Then stick the head pin into the glue. You want to get glue on the head pin and stick it in the hole. Like that. Okay? Take as many as you need that you want. And then I'll be back when this is dry. Okay. When the head pin dries in the candy, it stays in there really well. This is what you have. You end up with little pieces of candy with wires sticking out of it. But like I said, the little wording tended to just disappear, so I'm going to try to see if I can fix that with a fine Sharpie. These are super fine, girl. And just run it over the letters to make them a little darker. Keep them a little, I don't know, hopefully you can see them after I resonate them. Because that's what we're going to do. Resonate these. That looks good. And a blue one. Get some schmutz in it. Good. And a green one. silly. Now, I forgot to mix up resin. I have to mix up a little tiny bit of resin. I'll show you what to do next. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. What I'm doing here. Here's my little things. You need a way, after you paint the resin on, you need a way to hang them. So I have these are planters that I bought from, I don't remember, we haven't so long, Walmart or something, maybe Home Depot, I don't know. But they sit like this, and you put a planter in them for your porch or your window or whatever. And then I put some poster tack here, just stuck it on there. Okay, so I will bring this back in a minute to show you. You need a way for them to hang freely so they can cure. That's what I use. You guys are smart. You can figure something out. Here's my little bit of resin, tiny bit, tiny. And I bought a whole package of cheap brushes. It was like $6. There's like, I don't know, 30 of them in there. It was a whole bunch. So just find a cheap paintbrush, a couple of them, and paint your resin on. Just a tiny bit I have in here. Have my brush. You don't need a lot. Paint, paint, paint. Yeah, that word is staying on there. Make sure you get your edges and your sides and the top and the back. All over. Especially the top where your wire is coming out, or your head pin, whatever you used. Then take your hanging device, hold a little whoopsie daisy out. Here's my hanging device. I'm taking that wire and I'm sticking it in the poster tack. You could probably use polymer clay, you could probably use anything sticky. These are very light, so they're not gonna, weigh it down to fall off or anything. Just stick it on there like that so it hangs freely and can cure. I'm gonna put this over here so I can see what I'm doing. Next, the green one. I'm real happy with how that marker worked out. Much better than my first try yesterday. You could dunk it in, but I think that would just put too much and resin on it, and you'll spend an eternity just wiping up the drips. Even this small amount, I had to keep an eye on it for about an hour and mop up drips on the bottom. It will drip on here, and just want to keep those down to a minimum. Otherwise, they'll just look funny when you're done. Put a nice plastic shell on the candy so it'll last forever and ever. Smush it in here. Like I said, I'll keep my eye on it for about an hour and wipe up any drips at the bottom so I don't get a big old glob on the bottom of my little charms, because that looks stupid. It's no fun. And tomorrow morning I'll take them off and show you how to finish. But I'm sure you can figure it out. You're smart people. Hey, have any of you signed up for that YouTube Red? Ugh. You can get the first month free. I'm thinking about it, but I tell you what, it looks like more of the same. If there's anything that appeals to people over 20, 30, preferably 40, that would be great. But everything looks like it's just for 12-year-olds. Honest to God, 12, 15, 18-year-olds. It looks like goofy, silly, you know, slapstick, unserious, dumb stuff. And I don't want to pay $10 a month for that. What the fuck, YouTube? I mean, come on. We're the ones with all the money. You know, where's our love? How about you know, catering to the 50-somethings? It would be nice. What, you don't think we're like we can be entertained, or what is the deal? I don't get it. It just looks like a bunch of 15-year-olds. Nothing about it appeals to me. It's just dumb. And so that's it. But if any of you have subscribed to it and like it, I want to hear about it. Just let me know. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Bye. Okay, it's Sunday, and they came out kind of nice. Pulled it off that sticky clay. This is in there. Okay, and I'm sure you know what to do now, right? You know what to do. Get some quote cutters, or if you're a rapper, a rapper, a wire wrapper. I used to really enjoy wire wrapping. I'm so out of practice, I'm not even gonna bother. So just take your cutters, just make simple loops. Cut it about a finger width. Save your wire. You got a little thing like this, and then take your round nose pliers and twisty twist, back, twist some more, until you get a nice closed loop like this, and then you can hang it, right? You can make earrings, you can make charms. This is actually not cured all the way, it's still teeny tiny bit tacky. You could coat them again. You know, if you wanted to spend a lot of time on this, I imagine you could put another coat, maybe 3 coats of resin to resinize these little candy charms that I think are really cute. Whoops. I like them. I'm happy with it. They're cute. Nothing you can buy in the store. Not yet, anyway. I make something and then all of a sudden I see it in the store. It's so weird. Yeah. So if you've signed up for Red, YouTube Red, and let me know what you think of the original programming YouTube is coming up with on Red. I don't know. Looks stupid to me. And I don't know if it's worth the money not to get ads. Ads don't bother me that much. There you go. Okie dokie. What do you think? Maybe I should have used 2 coats. Another thing I want to try, I'll show you my first attempts here with making these, and look, you see, you can't see the word at all. It's there, but you really can't see it. Just not good. Here's another one. You can't see it. It's little X's and O's, and you just kind of melt away. Very, very faint. So if you color over it with a fine marker, you get a much better outcome, I think. So I was going to try to resinize popcorn. I don't know if it'll work. Heck, I don't know. Popcorn is another delicate kind of item. And if I stick a headpin in it, and then brush resin all over it, I don't know what I'll come up with. We'll see, okay? I'll try it and let you know. Have a great week. Stay happy, stay inspired. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you have somebody that loves you, adores you. Oh. Bring you flowers and candy and take you out. And it's so nice. I'll talk to you later. Bye.